y'all. Hold on just a second. There's the link. If you want to come into live, what's going on? Good morning, good afternoon, country girl. Look, I have 40 shades. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today? This ain't nothing to talk about today. Just want to check in with y'all. See how y'all doing. Getting super excited, super excited because we almost to the finish line, y'all. We almost to the finish line. We at 5,600, 5,600, well, 5,400 now, right? So super excited. It feels so good to get close to a finish line. So I'm hoping we can go do this thing out. I gonna get this thing really popping. I know my thing hanging right. I got to go inside in a few minutes. But I'm super excited, y'all. You might see a few things changing here. You know what I'm saying? Might see me doing a few things differently. You know what I'm saying? Definitely see more interviews. Things that they coming. I'm trying to get my ladies on, y'all, but they keep stepping out on it. If you got something to say, hit the link. Come on in, join the conversation. Today we're just gonna talk about the challenges in trucking. I was watching a video I think was sent by he shared it about Be Smooth, and I really was thinking about adding on a second truck for the year with. I was Smokey, 2K92. How you doing, baby? But that was part of my plan is to add on a second truck for the year with. But all the things I've been watching, because I'm about to pay this one off. Jeez. I've been coming across a lot of people. What's good, baby? What's good? What's up, Deacon? I've been coming across a lot of people that been coming across drivers leaving their trucks. I talk to people like Freight Queen that have experienced drivers leaving their truck. So I don't know if the plan was to add on a second truck before like September. But I think I'm coming across y'all as nervous. Is like, am I really ready to add on? What's up, Deacon?
Hey, Shape, what's going on?
What's going on? Hold on, I can barely hear y'all there. He bagging up back there. Hold on. Okay, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this, Shape, right? From experience. Every time I bought a truck, I made sure I had at least 20 to 25,000, whether it's cash or credit, on hand just in case a repair came up, right?
Yeah.
I know you talking about you want to add another truck, man, but honestly, man, you buying another truck, that's the easy part. Maintaining that truck, that's gonna be the hard part. I just recently bought a truck in December. I bought it off an auction, and come to find out, I had to get an overhaul done on it. That right there is on a Peterbilt. So that right there is $20,000. So, if you go out there and buy a truck, now you got two trucks, you get repairs, that shit right there can sink you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying don't get another truck, but you got to make sure your money is right before you do that.
It's not even about the money. It's about the drivers leaving your shit.
yeah. But
I've been watching drivers and other people talk about drivers leaving their stuff on the side of the road, attached to loaded trailers, and that can mess up your money long term because so many times the vendor has their stuff not delivered way too far or stolen or whatever, then you lose out on money. Because having a second truck is one of the main things I want to do for a year with, since I'm so close.
Yeah, but that's just another aspect of it. But I'm telling you, it's like I said, every time I bought a truck, I made sure I had $25,000, whether it's on cash or credit, to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? In case any repair.
Do you have the extra support to go get that truck though? That's the thing about it. Get told to you. I just talked to somebody earlier. Another lady has a fleet. I'm trying to get home as soon as possible. That she lost the truck and trailer altogether. She didn't have the means to go get it. That means the truck and trailer, so driver left it on the side of the road. And, when you leave it at it, if you don't know with the trucks and trailers, y'all, if y'all leave it at the trailer or cycle yard for too long, those people can take your title.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. Hey, Shape, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like when I hear all these people talk about, I was reading some story about a nurse, and she went out there buying a truck. And she was having a hard time getting a driver. Now, you a nurse, You know what I'm saying? You have no CDL, no experience or nothing like that. Someone abandons your truck. What do? Now you got to find somebody to go get it. That's gonna be the hard part. You know what I'm saying? If someone abandoned my truck, excuse me, shake. Somebody abandoned my truck. You know, I have drivers. I'll fly them out to here. Like when I was in that accident, excuse me, in Missouri, I flew a driver out to Springfield, Missouri to come get it in Joplin. But like I said, you know, I'm a business. That's how I run it. You know what I'm saying? So I got
Yeah, but here's
everything.
the thing, though. What do you pay for people to go out there? What's the pay
What?
rate?
But this is the
And
thing. These are people that I work with. So you know, one hand washes the other. Now, if I'm gonna fly you out there, put you up in a hotel, and I'm gonna pay you just like it is, you know, anything else. But a lot of my people be like, nah, man, we good. You know, you looked out for me, I'm gonna look out for you. So they're not looking for that payday. But in business, you know, it has to be a win-win. So I still pay them whether they want it or not, because it's still your time, and your time is money. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that's what I'm saying. You gotta have all this. You gotta have all this in line. You know what I'm saying? For when you go out there and when you're trying to get multiple trucks. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm saying, $4,000 or $5,000 is not going to do it. And when you'll see once you become a business and you get a truck and you get a driver in it, drivers act real funny, and they could pull a load for a company for 50 cents a mile, but they want to try to break you and
yeah. I'm
want you
catching
to
a
get
lot of that.
60.
I'm catching a lot of that. A lot of what's up, like our man? Like our man's part of the live right now.
Like, oh man, what up, man?
What I'm catching a lot of black fleet owners are catching people that's really hating on them, like LaShawn Parks. I don't know if Jay Rich has experienced it yet, by nobody. Shout out to Queen and 757 Freight Queen, Legacy Trucker, and all those other people. B2 podcast and all those type of people that have experienced people leaving their trucks, and it's happening. And I feel like it happens more with the black fleet owner than it does with the regular mega carriers. Now I don't know why we have that lack of respect. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why we have that kind of lack of respect for the next businessman or woman going up forward in this whole industry. Because if you really look at it, majority of drivers are African Americans and Indians.
Yeah.
Majority of the truck drivers and brokers are not Caucasian people, and there's no slight to none of my followers. You know, so your girl shaping like colorblind, but I'm just saying to you, it's like, what is that? I don't understand that. What do you think about that? I don't.
Well, this is my whole thing, and you talk about like LoShawn, he just proved, man, he ain't a businessman. Ain't no one going lease my truck or whatever, and I ain't gonna get a deposit for it. You know what I'm saying? That's what the escrow was made for. You know what I'm saying? So that's right there show that, you know, he don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, as far as black people, that's why we don't have our own world, our own wealth, because we don't own nothing. And I ain't trying to take a shot at him, but leasing, to me, that's just a waste. His company has no value. I ain't gonna try to knock the man, but he has no value because he don't own nothing. You know,
Well,
12.
I say that. I mean, leasing is cool because I know Sexy Mother Trucker, she loves leasing. If you ever get a chance to talk to her personally, she screams leasing to the heavens because trucks depreciate value. So I see the business smartness in leasing,
But
but you
shape,
never own anything.
but shape, shape. What value do you have? Like I could turn around right now with my 8 trucks and sell my 8 trucks and have more worth than LoShawn with his 12. Do you see what I'm saying? I own my trucks. That means I have worth. There's still such thing as collateral nowadays. What if I want to go out there and say, look, I want to put my 8 trucks up to get 16, I could do that. You know, because I own mine, title in hand. And that's where we have our worth, when we own something. When you don't own anything, what do you have? Like with real estate shape, you know, that's the quickest way to become a millionaire is through real estate. That's why I jumped in it years ago. You see what I'm saying? I want to own my shit.
Deacon talking today, y'all. I don't know what got on the Deacon, baby.
But Shay, you and I.
But now I feel where you come from. But this is the biggest thing. The biggest thing with the leasing is it's a tax write-off, and you don't fix no major repairs to the truck. But my biggest thing when I look at is the overhead. You have no breathing room in your overhead. There's those slow months. There's that time where drivers take off longer than expected. There's that time when drivers quit and you have that gap in between month or two. You're not the only fleet owner. You're not the only company that's out here. So if people don't realize when you want to be a fleet owner, you only want to go get a second truck, it's a competition out here for drivers. It's a huge competition. And you have to understand that. So don't nobody have to get in your truck and drive for you. Nobody has to do that. Nobody has to understand that. Well, I got a truck and I make this money. I'm going to make this much money. So there's an obligation for somebody to come and they be dedicated to you. Because I've come across fleet owners and have other trucks at other companies and they don't pay their people right.
Here's the disrespect on the question you were saying about drivers leaving equipment. You know, I spoke to the one owner, and he just equated to, like, you know, a person that looking in your pockets. You know, that drive. You know, I bring that driver on. I say, this is how much I can pay you. You accepted it, but yet you're going around looking at what I'm doing. Looking at my money, looking to seeing what's in my pockets. And then you get upset when you see that. And, you know, now is a problem. Now I don't want to be bothered with you. Now I don't want to drive for you or nothing like that.
I don't want to see you
knowing that he gave the opportunity to him where most places wouldn't.
Yeah, but lockout, man. Like I said, I just had my first female driver that came on with me, right? She was bringing home 600, right, a week, working at FedEx up here in Connecticut. She came on, right? And I said 600. I'm like, man, I don't even know how, I wouldn't even drive a truck for no 600. So she came on. And I said, you know, off the bat, you know, you go bring home 2,400 at least working over here. You do a full 5.5 days, you're gonna bring home 24. She did that, she was happy. But you know what? Now, well, how come I can't make 3? You can make 3, but you got to be out there and work for it. So at that point in time, you know what I'm saying? You just got a foot in the door. You got a week in the business. You know what I'm saying? A week with me, and you already want more. You were sitting there settling for 600. You made 24.
Exactly.
You made 24. Now you want 3.
Now you want 3.
Now let's part ways, yo, because you ain't gonna put that on me. You just came up 4 times what you was bringing home. Now you want more. So at that point in time, lockout, man, I'm like, yo, bounce. If you think you could get 3 somewhere else, go do it. You know what I'm saying? But the point is,
and that's just it. We being as minority entrepreneurs, minority trucking companies, we're the ones that's supposed to give them that. We are the ones, like, you know, she's settling for, what would you say, 6?
For 600.
She's settling for 600, right? And ain't had no problem with that.
Problems. She been,
you know, going to work. Exactly. Going to work every day, running for them every day for 600 a week. Now a minority-owned company give you the opportunity to make 4 times that, 3 times that.
And
you come over, right. you don't want to be right. You feel that more. You can get more.
Exactly. And like I said, I don't know why.
The thing about it, you're not going to get more at any of the mega carriers. The mega carriers are going to give you the crumbs, and so you're going to be our slave, and you're going to limit control. We're going to limit your money, limit control. You're going to do what we ask you to do. You're going to run the best way that benefits us, and we stay dedicated. I just don't understand that. There's so many videos getting shared to me by so many black fleet owners
Yo, but you know what
The
though?
last one I just locked once with Be Smooth, just put up one guy. Uh, his driver just left his truck. I mean, it's just crazy.
You doing, man? Yo, exactly though. But you know what I'm
And
saying?
you know what? You know what? You bounced out of a potential problem because, like I said, when I had the conversation with my man from Elway, it was a female that pretty much fucked him over.
Yeah,
You know, he brought her in not too long ago, gave her the opportunity, to make two times as much as she was making,
Mhm.
and he just recently had to go to Alabama to pick up the truck where she abandoned
Yeah,
it at.
yeah.
yeah.
And the
Yep.
worst one, the worst
And
thing.
it cost him, he's up in, I forget where he was at, but I'm just going to throw a state out there. He's up in Jersey. So now he has to, find a way to get down to Jersey. He has to pick up his truck. He has to pay the fines, have to pay the storage, and he just, losing out money. Now
Yeah.
I asked him, I was like, coming across people like that, why is it so hard for minority owned companies to find good drivers? And it's so easy for mega carriers to find a driver that is settle for what they offering them or doing to them.
Hold on, like I'm at CNG. Can you hear us?
Yeah, hey, what's up, Shape? What's going on, Lockout Man? What's going on, Deacon?
What up?
Now, I will say this, because on the mega carriers, they don't care about the quality. You know what I'm saying? Shape, I heard you say something about you was interested in getting a second truck. I mean, will you be able to find somebody that's going to run that truck like you would?
Exactly.
See, that's the problem right there. You can't find. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard to find a person that can run that truck like you will. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
hadn't got another truck, because I can't find nobody that's going to run it like I do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
but then you also,
Why we hate it? It's like a hating formula. LaShawn, the last gentleman that I watched.
I don't call it hate. I call it karma. That's what I call that.
Really?
Don't get me
Lord.
wrong. I ain't got nothing.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
got
back
nothing
out. I'm
against.
gonna back out of this one right here,
I
man.
ain't got nothing against LoShine. Hey, big ups to him. All I'm gonna say is, y'all know karma is a mug. Karma will come back and get you.
Talk to him, kid.
You know, and that's on anything. Y'all know it just as well as I do. I mean, I ain't hating on the man or anybody else out there trying to get there, but you know just as well as I do, if you do it the right, legit way the first time, you ain't gonna have no problems in the end.
Yeah,
But see,
I'm
this is
all
let me say something, CG. Now that's not true. Now I've been watching some guys kind of closely, and some of these people are legit people. 757
But
Freight Queen is legit, and she's had
I
people
get
leave
that.
her,
I get that
stuff
though,
on the
Shay.
side
But
and
you
go right to
also
a mega carrier. Go right back to a mega carrier, like 2-3 months, 6 months later. Go back to another mega carrier and leave their stuff on the side of the road with a attached load
okay,
with a
but you
vendor.
also got to look at it
But
like this here.
she's not the only person that happened to.
You also
Yeah.
got to look at it like this, though, Shape. We don't know everything either. We only know what they're showing us. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Nah,
We don't
but
know what's going on behind the door, behind that closed door. That could be a whole totally different person behind closed doors. We just
but
know what they show us.
you know when
My
lockout man was saying I you know she showed me like what like I kind of escaped that situation. Yo, lockout man, yo, you know what I'm saying? I pick up what people put down, man. You know what I'm saying? I can read between the lines. And when I see there's a problem coming up, I don't have time for headaches, man, because I got other people I work with out here. So when I seen she was about to go left, then you know what I'm saying? I cut that shit right then and there.
Okay,
I'm like,
but
Exactly.
yo,
thinking,
we
how
gonna
do
have to
you know
part
it's
ways.
going to go left? If you hire this person as a driver,
Wait,
how do you know it's going to go left?
wait. Hold on. He said it was about to go left when she started asking him for more money.
Exactly. When
After
you
what
just
he just offered her.
yeah,
I mean,
and like
she jumped up from 6 to 24, and
In
then she's
1
gonna
week.
come back to, him and be like, I
I
think
want 3.
my worth is 3,000.
Come on, Shape. That's a
Oh
problem
yeah,
right then
it's
and
time to
there.
cut. Yeah, that's a potential problem in the making.
Well,
And like I said, Shape, I wasn't going to entertain that. If you feel you gonna come at me, you was just content with taking home 600 for months. You come over here, and you make 24, so you quadrupled your bring home. Now you talking about you want 3? Yo, you got the right one on. You know what I'm saying?
So let's
Today,
say,
it's done.
so let's just say he turns around and be like, looky here, this is what I can give you. This is what I can give you. This is what I offered.
Hey, lockout
You
man.
accepted it. Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, this is my thing, man. I don't ever say, you know what I'm saying, this is what I'm giving you, because honestly, man, they earning that. But I'm not going to reach into my pocket and give you more just because you saying that. Nah, if you earning $2,400, that's what you're going to get. You earn $2,800, what you're going to get.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, but
this is what you told her from the offset. That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
You just
okay.
that's what you.
But just because she asked for more money doesn't necessarily mean she's going to quit. I've asked for more money.
Okay. Okay, Shay. Okay, Shay. This is a minority. Shay. This is a minority owned. He's a minority owned trucking company. He's not a major. I mean, you can go to a major carrier and be like, "Yo, I want more money and all like that." Yada 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 yada. But see, if he would have just said, this is what I put down on paper. This is what I offered you, and you accepted it, and then you're gonna come back to me a week later because you looking inside my pocket. Not to say that happened to him, but you looking inside my pocket thinking that you could get more. And I say, no, we're just gonna stick with what the initial contract is. Then next thing you know, that next following week, she's driving this truck all pissed off because she's not making no extra money, and then all of a sudden she gets that next call that says, "Oh, okay, we can give you that." And then next thing he knows, he got to go and pick his truck up from motherfucking Timbuktu somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this. Let me say this here.
Okay.
There's too much greed and envy out here. That's why there's not enough. Not enough black company owners prospering the way they should be, because everybody wants to be greedy. Nobody wants to network with nobody. They want to hog all the information, or they want to charge you for information, this, that, or the third, or all this other crap. That's why we are not able to be where we need to be, because everybody is only looking out for themselves.
Exactly.
Just that simple.
Some of us charging ridiculous prices for information. I'm just gonna say that on it. Some of us is charging to the stratosphere.
Well, and that's like, I got my little YouTube channel. I don't put that type of information out there because I don't want people just coming at me because that's all they want is that information. Now, if we get together and we on a one-on-one session, I give you all the information you want to know. You give me all the information you want me to know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hide anything from you. Because I'm trying to grow.
Yes.
And that's the only way I'm gonna be able to grow is I'm gonna have to network with people.
See, this was scared me. I'm so close to paying off, and I can go cop another one not too long afterwards. But it's like, do I have the right formula? Like, man, it's all about having the right person.
Let me ask you this though, Shay, not to cut you off, but are you ready for that? I mean, you take what you've been through in the last 12 months with your expenses on maintenance with the truck that you're in now. Are you ready for that?
Going through? Yep, because now you're about to have double trouble when you bring on another truck.
Here's the thing: that if the truck is running, it'll pay for itself. The maintenance.
You just said that though. You just said that. If the truck is running.
You're in the right place. You're in the right lane.
Let me say this,
right driver. The truck will pay for itself now.
Hey, please.
Yes.
Let me say this, Shape, right? In January 2021, right?
Okay.
I'm sitting here running. Now, I got my other trucks, but I'm.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
My
Okay.
sciatica kicked in on the
Okay.
road, St. Cloud, Minnesota. Right.
Uh-huh.
I'm laid out in a hospital, in an emergency room, and I'm in a hotel for a week out in St. Cloud, Minnesota. I had to send a driver to fly him out to Minneapolis, rent a car, come get me, you know what I'm saying, and drive me back home because of my sciatica kicked up. So I'm out of work for a month after that. I get back to work in February. My first week out, I have an accident in the truck in Missouri. I broke my clavicle, broke 9 ribs, and punctured a lung. Right? I only brought home 3 paychecks personally from me from driving in 2021. I just had surgery Monday on my clavicle to repair it. Right? So now I'm gonna be out for another 2 months with physical therapy. Right, Shape? This is where it comes into that rainy day, because it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna happen more often
than when. Right? Now, Shape, if I didn't have my affairs in order, Shape, do you think I would be able to maintain this and still live my lifestyle? And you know, I don't live an extravagant lifestyle. You know, like I said, you don't see me up here bragging about shit. You know what I'm saying? One part of the real estate that we talked about, you know that, and no one else out here know about it. Yeah, down there in Houston. Yeah. But that rainy day came, Shape, and I was prepared for it. And when you getting into these trucks, that's what you have to look for, the future. You know what I'm saying? Like chess, you got to think 2 steps ahead. You see what I'm saying, Shape? So
well,
I'm not trying to deter you from getting another truck, but believe me, man, there's a lot of responsibilities and headaches.
This will scare me, the world. This will scare me. Number one, being a female, how seriously I'm gonna be taken. How seriously I'm gonna be taken with a second truck.
That's what I was just gonna say. You went and you learned some real estate.
Support. I'm doing it myself. I don't have a husband. Well, I'm gonna pull the trigger without a husband, but I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I have no other support for myself.
Shape, I meant to say this to you a couple of lives ago. Go take your course in diesel mechanics. Go take your course in diesel mechanics, so that way when you go to these shops, you're not getting railroaded. You know what you're talking about. That's why I don't go to shops anymore, because I work on my own truck. When something goes wrong, I know what's wrong with it. I can't go in the shop and they tell me this when I know better.
Well, CG, you know, being in this truck and dealing with, you know, sorry ass AEL, I have learned a lot about this Cummins engine. I've learned a lot about the maintenance. I've learned a lot about what to look for.
Every truck is different, though.
Now, if the engine is the same, engine is the same.
Even if the engine is the same, you can go take a Peterbilt, you can take a Freightliner, and you can take a KW that's got the same ISX 15. There's going to be some differences in it. Believe you me when I tell you this.
Okay. Taking a diesel mechanical. I might look into that. That's a good idea.
I would say do that and learn a lot more about these trucks. So like I said, you don't get taken advantage of when you go into these dealerships. They look at you like, oh, well, that's a woman. She don't know nothing. We can tell her it's this, and we'll just do this, and we'll charge her bukus of money, and then she'll be back next week. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say right now, CG. I'm gonna say right now. You said that I've been kind of getting taken care of, looked over anyway. Now I want to go trade my truck in. Well, look to see how much the value was in Dallas. Okay, and I drove my truck, CG, there, Deacon of World, right? And he told me by phone, that my truck was $17K. Now, once I get there, he tell me the most I'm going to get for is 11.
Yeah, but see, you went to Dallas though. You went to a bigger city. Go to a smaller city like Little Rock or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I paid $41K. You gonna give me more than 10,000?
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. These trucks depreciate way too fast. Way too fast. I mean,
but you know, Deacon of World gets leasing. He said,
no.
Big report of.
Hey, Shay, I'm not saying I'm against leasing, because remember with my story, like when I started the real estate, when I got my second truck, that was through a lease, because I didn't want that $2,000 showing up on my payment. That would go against my debt to income ratio when I'm trying to buy a house. So I'm not saying I'm against leasing. I'm against leasing when I'm trying to build up my wealth. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no wealth in leasing. I don't have no worth because I don't own that truck. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But see, with a lease, with Sexy Mother Trucker, when she broke it down about the for her leasing preventative, it's $1,200 a week. She pays for no repairs. But look at her overhead. You're talking about 1 month. That's what, $7,000 in a hole once that truck is down for 30 days.
Wait. What do you mean she pays for no repairs? She pays some way, shape, form, or fashion.
No, she does not. She leased through Penske. She has a contract with leasing through Penske.
Oh,
she has a full package of the $1,200 a week, and she pays no repairs.
Well, she'll never own that truck. Not with Penske.
Of course not. And she doesn't plan to. She's fully sold on the leasing. She's fully sold on. She loves it. Me, I think it's the overhead scares me because 1 month you're $7,000.
It's not just that. Okay, like Deacon was saying just a little while ago. Shape, say you know what, I ain't gonna say. Say you get injured and you got to be out of that truck for 6 months. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you lease the truck? Because you still got to make that note.
Yeah.
Take for instance, like my truck. My truck's paid for. If I want to take off 6 months, I don't have no overhead because I ain't got to make that note. You know what I'm saying? So when you lease that truck, you still, if you want to keep that truck, you still got to make that note. And even when you lease it, for some way it works out, you're still gonna have to pay for that truck, even though they take it back because you ain't able to work.
Yeah, but
it's like when you lease property.
But look at, like she's saying, like when you buy a truck, Shape, that's a write off. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
like
it's not a yearly write-off. It's not a biggest write-off like LaSalle, budget leasing.
Shape, you paying $84,000 to lease a truck. In 2 years, you could go buy you a brand new truck and still have some money left over to buy a trailer if you wanted to. To me, that ain't smart money.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing though, and this is what a lot of them other cats don't tell you. When you go and get your own authority, if you set it up a certain way, you can write off a whole lot more when you set it up. I think it's if it's incorporated or something like that, or company, one of those, you can write off a whole lot more than you would with just the regular shit. This is the stuff that a lot of folks ain't telling us. You know what I'm saying? Take for instance like Deacon. Excuse me. I bet you he can write off a lot more in taxes because you know he has a lot more trucks than you or I could. You know, like I think like for me, I think I'm only allowed what is it, 20 something grand that you can write off.
Oof.
That ain't no money. You spend more of that in expenses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yearly.
You know.
Like I said, last year I spent like $32,000 on fuel last year.
You see what I'm saying?
That's just fuel. That's
just in fuel. Just in fuel. You know. But
this the thing,
you know, there's a way that you can do this to where you can write off everything.
Yeah, there is. But you know what? I'm gonna say, man. You know, I run my life like a business. Like I pay myself a salary. You know that's why I'm able to get a stimulus.
That's
check.
what you're supposed to do.
Exactly, but that's why I get a stimulus check. And when you look at it on both ways, as far as getting the 1099 and the W-2, I'm buying real estate. You know what I'm saying? In my personal name with my Social Security, and I'm buying real estate and with my business with my EIN. So I'm winning on both ends. That's what a lot of people don't do.
Yep.
So if you got a business, man, pay yourself a salary so you can benefit both ways.
And I tell everybody that's out there listening, if you are gonna get out there and do your own, don't get your business name as your own government name. Don't do it.
Now that's the tip, y'all paying attention. That's the tip. He's speaking right on that. He's speaking right on that about the LLCs and EINs. That's something that when you talk to legal Zoom, they give you just their opinion about when you're start your LLCs. He's not that's speaking facts or real truth right there. You need to
And that's
separate
one
your
thing
last name into your business name.
you see out here way too often. You know, little Joe Blow over there, he goes and gets his own authority, and his business name is the same as his government name. And then when shit, you know, if something happens and he goes to get sued, well, I mean, they're gonna get him either which way.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why you don't never start. That's why you don't ever start no business with your, especially a major business with your social.
yeah,
There's a lot of
Right.
things.
Well,
That's an issue too, because a lot of people like to jump into businesses and they like to use, you know, like instead of using the EIN number, they like to use their social as the EIN, and that's how they get caught up in all that stuff.
well, we're trying to put something together. I got my two cousins over here. They got two different authorities, plus they got a diesel mechanic shop, and they've been in the game for 25 plus years.
mm-hmm.
And you know, there's a lot of information that they have that people just don't know, and a lot of it is just we just have to start networking with each other and getting this information out there. So everybody can prosper the same.
Networking is the biggest part because there's so many different people that's really making a lot of moves. Like 757 Freight Queen just opened up her own dispatch office in Virginia Beach, which
But
is
you
a
know,
huge accomplishment.
have you ever heard? Have you ever heard that saying? Your network is your net worth.
I
live by that. I live by that.
But it's true. It's true. It's so much information out there that you can get for free if you just open up your ears and listen and be willing to humble yourself and learn. It's so much out there. You don't have to be led astray. You don't have to be putting in years here like I have, not doing what you need to do. It's so much I didn't know nothing about either because I jumped in by myself. I had nobody leading me. I had nobody guiding my hand.
A lot of us jumped out here by ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the difference between us and a lot of them is we're actually business minded. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you Shape, you from Houston. You know what I'm saying? I already know you got the business set. You know the mindset because I already know what go down in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's on this side of the track or whether it's on that side of the track, I already know what's going down. You know what I'm saying? You know, I jumped off the porch a long time ago. You know, so you know, business mind, that's been part of my mindset for a long time. So, you know, you just got to learn how to cut the bull crap out of it so you can stay focused on that business mind. You know?
Yeah, but I've been thinking about it, y'all. Once I hit the finish line, which will be soon, which will be officially, it's gonna be officially April in 2 more days. So my finish line should be May 28th. So I'm thinking about doing adding something on maybe September or October. I think I'll be looking at adding on a second. So it's just like all the things I'm seeing though is so negative of being an African American female fleet owner.
Don't let that deter you. Don't let that deter you. See, that's the thing. You know, they once said if you want to keep something from black people, put it in the book. You know what I'm saying? Empower yourself so that way you can't be deterred in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You can't be deterred. Know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. It's like my only thing about it is the support. I have a lack of support around me. You understand what I'm saying? My family know I'm out here. They know they check up on me, but as far as helping me grow my business, I don't have that kind of support. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a husband, so I don't have that kind of support, but I want to keep going up. You know, at the same time, you cannot let fear stop you either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, what do I do? You know what I mean?
I put it to you like this here. I run this truck, right? I got a lawn care business that my son runs. And then he's fixing to go to VOTEC. He's fixing to get his HVAC certification, welding certification, and he's going to get his CDL. So we're fixing to venture off into a lot of stuff whenever he gets this stuff done. So whether it's trucking or, you know, whatever, I mean, we're going to venture off and we're going to do some stuff. I mean, you know, you only live once. So, grab it by the horns and ride it till the wheels fall off.
Exactly, because you can't stay stagnant. I refuse to stay stagnant. I've been at this thing going on 4 years. So I'm definitely not just gonna stay as a one truck operation. That was never the goal really for me from day one. My
Yeah,
goal from day
well,
one when I stepped in the trucking was financial freedom. That's the
right.
number one goal that you ought to have when you step out into this game, because there's so many risks that go along when you step into trucking in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You take more of a gamble with your
I will
health,
say,
more gamble with your relationships.
I will say this to you, Shay. I would say get a little more wind under your wings before you consider buying that second truck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get a little more wind under your wings. Because like I said, first of all, I mean, yeah, you can buy the truck, but if you ain't got nobody to drive it, then what are you gonna do with the truck?
See, at that point in time, it just becomes a debt.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
it ain't moving, it don't become a debt, and that's the worst place to put yourself in. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I'm looking about getting a second truck, I'm
Right.
thinking about straight up financing a second truck. That's why I don't think about the leasing. It would be a good option for me. I think if when you finance it, builds up your business credit more, builds up your relationship with the
Well,
dealerships more.
you
It
know
keeps
what,
your overhead
Shape?
down.
Do it like this here, Shape. Do it like this here, Shape. I would say lease the truck. At least
You
the
say
truck
lease
for a good 6 months, so that way I just listen to me. Get the second truck, lease the truck for about 6 months, and you see what it does for you in that 6 months. If it's for you, then go to the bank and get a loan, buy the truck. If it ain't for you, it's a lease. Give the truck back to them. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the overhead and the lease. Some leases are like 800 a week, 1,200 a week,
Okay, but that's
and
if you go for
you
the.
still got a lease term in them contracts. Don't think it's just straight up walk away all the time. There's a penalty involved.
But see, that's the
Walking
thing.
away from these leases. That's the
You
thing about
have to
it.
find those ones that's got 100% walk away, plan. So
Mhm.
that way, in 6 months, if everything ain't going the way you thought it was gonna go, man, get that truck back to them. If everything is what you thought it was and everything is booming and it's going swell, then take the note over to the bank and buy the truck. So you ain't leasing it no more. That's what I
Yeah.
did with this truck. I leased it for the first 6 months. So that way I'm gonna see what this thing does in the first 6 months. After that 6 months, I went right over to my bank. Bam, it was a done deal. Done deal. And I
Well,
just paid it off last year.
congratulations. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see about it. But all the things I'm seeing got me kind of nervous and scared. Like, why is this
I'm
whole
just gonna
thing?
tell you this though, Shay.
We don't want to support small businesses in this industry, and I don't understand that. But we can turn around and make a mega carry millions of dollars.
I
I know
told
for
you
sure the fact
it's
CFI makes
greed.
like 20 grand off of me a month because they only
I'll
pay
put it
me
to
a
you
dollar
like
a
this
month.
here, Shay. I'll put it to you like this here, Shay. And this ain't nothing new. This ain't something that just started happening. This has been going on since the beginning. You know, it is programmed in our communities. That's why there's so much
Mm.
back and forth with our own kind, because we've already been programmed to destroy one another. That's why there's no building. That's why there's no support in
Amen.
that.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, I hate to go out. I mean, I don't know if you don't. You may not know this. I'm mixed. My dad is black and Cuban. My mom is white and Indian. So,
Uh,
I had it jacked up growing up. You know what I'm saying? I had these folks, saying that I'm this because I'm trying to be this. Then you got these folks over here. Oh, well, you just trying to, and I just. But, I have educated myself on the history. You know what I'm saying? And I do know, that's how it's been ever since. Since the beginning. They programmed us to tear each other down, and that's why you see it so much.
mm. But why?
Yeah.
Well, and the mega carriers, the CEOs of mega carriers, they just sit back and just watch. Think nothing of it. Think nothing of it. While we're so calling ourselves making our way to millions, we're not making our way to nothing. We can't support each other. We can't in this industry. We can't. But it's a sad thing. But it's like, really, do I really want to start a fleet?
Well,
Am I gonna
the
be like
thing
that on
about it,
here, talk about my driver and left my truck on the side of the road? And sometimes people do it for sabotage. Like when you advertise online to
yeah.
needing drivers on your YouTube, on your Instagram, people see you growing up and going up and going up and going up, and they get jealous. Not realizing that all that hate energy they put in and hating on you, they could just get along with you and grow together. People not understanding that in this whole industry, especially in the YouTube industry and trucking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's jealous, a jealousy type spirit going on. I just don't appreciate that at all because I feel like we letting these other companies make millions off us. All the companies I work for, Swift, Basilia Valley, SRT, Kellar's, CFI, these companies have made $1 million off of my sweat.
They have.
A
They
million.
have.
Don't get it twisted. They making money up off you. They're making money up off you. Don't think for 1 second because you riding around with a name brand company, you more value. You ain't no more value than the next person. They don't see you as nothing to worry about. I know they can
No,
put you
you're
up on their
not.
little commercial on their app. They put you on a commercial on their app and on their tab. They can put you on a commercial on their Instagram promos, but you still ain't no more value to them.
The only way they're gonna be able to do that with me is if they pay me for it. If they ain't paying me for it, they
They
ain't gonna
don't
do
pay.
it.
They don't pay though. They don't pay. I got two
Yeah.
partners. I know Pinky. Pinky's been on promo before, and I got another partner that's been on promo. They didn't get paid.
If they ain't getting paid for it, then they need to come get a lawyer and like, hey, look, you can't be using my stuff. You know, that's just how it is. Um,
But it's just the
well,
point that
you
they're
know,
promoting their business, and we have more respect for it. We get all excited. We post it up on Instagram. We post it up on our community tab. We post it all up, say, "Oh, this company promoted me on they such and such and such." But what is your value to them, and how do you value yourself? Stepping
right.
out and having and going in your own authority is the biggest step you can make in this industry because there's no need nothing like this control your future. You know what I'm saying? You
Well,
building yourself up to having wealth, stability, able to take care of your family. That was the whole purpose, and you stepping into this trucking industry in the first place. So why
well,
continue to keep being robbed? Why should I sit down somebody else?
that's just the way people are programmed. The way people are taught. You know, I mean, it's gonna have to take a group of us to show and prove to people that it can be done. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's the only way it's going to be done. We just got to do it, prove it to them, show them, and you know, change the mindsets of other folks. You know, it's hard to do when you got somebody that's, you know, up in the age, you know, 40s, 50s. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to change their mindset as it would be somebody coming fresh out of high school that don't really know nothing about the game. You see what I'm saying? You know, I had a guy tell me a couple of weeks ago, I was down in Laredo. I knew what was wrong with his truck. We was at the pilot there. I think it was exit 340, 341. Or no, that was in San Antonio. I'm telling him what's wrong with his truck. I've been trucking for 35 years. You can't tell me that, blah, 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 blah. Service truck get there. Exactly what I was telling him what was wrong with the truck. But,
Oh,
you know,
Sinister says everybody eats off the driver. CG, everybody eats.
right. Everybody
Everybody
eats
eats.
off the driver. But we have to change the game. We have to change the game. See, right
So why
now,
we
us
treat like
is,
some then? We treat like the bottom of the barrel though. But
well, but see,
everybody
like, see, we don't have that pool like the mega carriers do because we're all solo. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're going to have to unite with one another, start networking with one another, and start getting this stuff off the ground so that way we can go and compete with them folks.
yeah, but we're
Other
not
than
gonna have
that,
that kind of unity. We're not gonna ever have that kind of unity in trucking. We're never gonna have it. It's too much of it happening, y'all. It's too many. I didn't watch too many videos of people literally
yeah,
going through a lot
but
of
see,
changes
this
and fleet
this is the
ownership.
thing. This is the thing, Shade. I mean, like I said, you from Houston. You know a snake when you see one.
Not all the time. Now all the time. I can be bidding still
Well,
200. That
well,
thing can still stay
you
right
better,
on through.
you need to brush up on your skills then, because you can see that snake from a mile away just by the way they act, the way they carry themselves, the way they talk. You can see it from a mile away. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't speak for anybody else. You know, I got a good little network going on. Like I said, here we get some stuff put together. You know, so that way we can start putting information out and letting people get it for free instead of trying to charge for a fee, because that ain't never worked out.
Everybody charging now for everything. Everybody charging.
For something they got for free.
Yeah.
They're charging for something they got for free.
Oh Lord, see you telling the truth though.
Like that's why I said karma comes back and bites people in the butt when they least expecting it.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. I'm just saying, but that's really what I really want to do. I've really been praying on it, CG and the rest of the chat about really building my own fleet up. But it's like, leave the risk taking.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is, like, how can I build myself up to where I know or secure myself in my business for these type of things to happen? I mean, I know the next day that Deacon of World was talking about, but what else?
It takes time. It takes time. This ain't something that's gonna happen overnight. You've been in this truck that you got right now. You've been in it for what? Almost 2 years now?
2 years in May. May 2 years.
Okay. You've been in it almost 2 years now. Now, let that truck work for another year without taking on another truck. Let it build itself.
Mm.
And if everything is going as planned, then go get you another truck. Like I said, this stuff takes time. Everybody wants to do this stuff in a quick turnaround, 6 months to a year, and we all know it can't be done. It cannot be done. I'm sorry. You can be in any.
A lot of them that say it can be though. It's a lot of them say
man, let me tell you something.
I did this in 30 days. I did this in 6 weeks. I did this in 2 months. I did this in 4 months.
Yeah, but
it's
we only they telling us.
Huh? I think I lost you.
Can you still hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. We only know what they telling us. We don't know the whole story. Unless I know that person and I know what they doing, then I'll believe it. Just because you put something on video and you present it to me, I'm not always gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how these cats. I know how these cats. I know how these cats run in social media. We all know how they run in social media. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't put that type of information out there, because I don't want nobody trying to compare themselves to me. What I'm doing is what I'm doing. It may work for you, it may not work for you, but this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to, show anybody. If it's working, it's working. Like I said, I'll tell you about it, but it may not work for you. But you can't start it up and get going in 6 months to a year. You can't do it.
So you don't think me adding on another truck before this year is over with is a plan I need to take?
I don't think that's the plan right now, though, Shape. Honestly, I really don't.
What if I told you I believe I can really do it though? What if I tell you I really believe I can do it?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have faith in you, but the blueprint, or because I watch a lot of paternity court. What Judge Lloyd Lake says is the DNA doesn't lie.
Yeah.
Like you were saying earlier, there's a formula. There's DNA in that formula. It doesn't lie. It doesn't lie. But you got to work it that way.
Sinister says everybody wants it overnight. I'm not asking for it overnight, Sin. I'm not asking for it overnight, Dad. That's why I'm telling OG I'm not asking for it overnight. I've been laboring for 4 years. I've been in this thing 4 years, so it's not an overnight thing. Why do you keep saying it's an overnight thing? It's not.
I've been out 5 years. I've been out here 5 years, Shape. and I've owned my truck since 2017.
See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's time to step it up. It's time to keep going on and keep going forward. But my only thing about it is, like, what other boundaries can I set around myself to make sure that if this happened and this that and this and that, that's all I'm doing right now is researching and networking. Research and network, that's all I'm doing. But I'm not liking some of the things I'm coming across.
Okay,
Yes, that's
well,
the
I
thing.
mean, you got to take the good with the bad with the good. You know, I mean, everything ain't gonna be peaches and cream that you hear. There's gonna be some things out there that you don't like to hear, but it happens. It happens. You know, who's to say you hire another female driver, and that female driver, everything is going good, then she runs up into Michigan and runs into the same thing that you ran into, and then she don't want to do it no more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that. Oh Lord, oh my God, I can't believe y'all really still remember that video. Godly.
I rocks with you, Shape. I watch you. You know what I'm saying? I watch you. I rocks with you. And
Thank you.
Get your safety nets built. Get your safety nets built. Get them put in place, so that way when you do decide to do that, you know, that fall ain't gonna hurt as much when you got them safety nets in place.
Yeah, but how? Like, what's the best way? And I know, Deacon the World and anybody else will come in and say something, but like, is it building relationships with the Loves? Do I contact the Loves corporate directly? Because I already contacted TA, right? And TA only builds a relationship with you if you guarantee buying so much fuel a year. And that's a mess. See, here, that's a real fact. Your girl researched it and dug it out, emailed her, had phone conversations. The only way you can build yourself up with TA with having a relationship with their shop is if you guaranteed to buy so much fuel from them yearly.
Shape, I'm gonna
So
put it to you like
that
this
safety
here.
net is out for a small fleet owner. You don't have the TA. All you have is the regular repairs and you get broken down. You don't get
I'm gonna
no
put it to
discount.
you. Let me tell you this, Shape. Now, like you said, you want to get your business supported by other business-minded people, right?
Yes, that's the way to go.
Okay.
I feel like.
You're in this small circle right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, TA, Love, they're in this big circle.
Mm-hmm.
You don't fit in that circle. So the people you need to be networking with is the smaller mom and pop shops or the smaller fuel stops. Them are the ones you need to be networking with, because you're going to get better results out of them than you will these mega places.
Senator says shaking my head. I guess he don't agree with me or you.
What you mean?
Senator says shaking my head. I don't know what he means by it. But go ahead on. So you're saying my first route, because the truck about to be paid for, right? So I lose the safety net at AEL altogether. If you don't know that, right? When you're leasing,
Put the net.
when you're leasing and you're leasing through a company and you pay that truck off, they no longer do anything with that truck. They do nothing else with this truck. So right now it's about trying to find a way of building and having a nest egg to have. Just know my truck has 700,000 miles on it. You know what I'm saying? So your girl said got to prepare. Your girl said got to prepare for that, for the next step of being. So right now I'm owning, but I'm not at 100% full ownership. That's just you are when you're leasing. You're not in full ownership. Just says why people say you're a glorified company driver. So right now, that's all it is right now for me, is just building that up right now. But as far as adding on a second truck, you're going to need that extra leg up to keep your business afloat.
All right, let me ask you this. I would say,
You know what I mean?
drop the link in the chat so Mr. Sinister can come on up here. Come on, Mr. Sinister, come on up here. Now, hey, I watch Mr. Sinister too. You know, I watch him too, man. He puts some valuable information out there. You know what I'm saying? Some very valuable information that people bypass, people look over. But let me ask you this though, Shay. Let me ask you this. Are you absolutely comfortable right now where you're at? Are you absolutely 100% comfortable where you're at right now?
As far as the company or as far as my truck?
Truck, company, all that. Are you 100% comfortable?
As far as my equipment is concerned, I'm 100% comfortable. And I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you why, because I know what this equipment will do and what it won't do. I know all the work and bloodshed and tears I put into this equipment. You know what I'm saying? I know what I can do with this.
Huh?
I know I'm on the verge of owning it pretty soon. Good Lord say the same. Now, as far as the company is concerned, we're a little shaky because I'm getting paid pennies on the dollar. You
We
know what I'm
all
saying?
are.
I'm not seeing nowhere near what I'm really worth.
Okay. Are,
That's
are
it.
you are you financially comfortable?
No, nowhere near 100% now.
Get yourself financially comfortable before you decide getting that other truck.
Yeah, I see
And
you
the
now.
only reason why I say that, because when that rainy day comes, you you you're gonna be comfortable. All you're gonna be able to say is, hey, okay, that happened. Okay, shit. 2 tears in a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Because you're comfortable.
Build your
Because you're
capitalism.
comfortable.
That's all I'm doing right now. That's all I'm doing right now. But it's just, I feel like throughout half my career, I feel like I've been like this. I feel like I've been like in some kind of bondage for half of my career. Like it's always somebody else controlling everything that I do, controlling my money, controlling my freedom. Like right now, I've never been paid percentage, and that's the honest truth. About your girl shape, I've never been paid percentage ever in for almost 4 years in trucking. Never. I've
I've
never
always
had
been on
that kind of freedom.
percentage.
Now, not me. I've always been paid cents by the mile, baby. Always from Swift all the way up until now.
Well, and see, that's the other thing too, though. That's where a lot of these companies are getting us at too. Like, I don't know what your rate is over there, but where I'm at is 75-25. I get 75, they get 25.
What's up, saying? Send it in the chat, everyone. What's going on, David?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
listen, brother. Listen. I fucks with you, brother. Hard body. You dropping nothing but jewels.
What up, Sin?
You can hear
What's
me?
going on, my brother? Yeah, I can hear
Man,
you.
hey, you dropping some real jewels. But let me explain what I was saying about drivers running overnight. I've been trucking 7 years. I got my truck 2018. I pulled for a small carrier. The owner sold me the truck for $45,000. I ain't know nothing about the truck. I went into it broke, right?
Mhm.
I did all the mega carrier. I represent night. I still, I'm not going to always use my stuff. But that's fine. That's just the name of the game. But what I did was I started taking my truck money. I started doing investing. I have a credit card that is my backup. Just in case a repair has to happen and I'm low on funds, I can use the credit card in the meanwhile because it gives you that once a month payback. So you got to educate yourself in finances. You got to get rid of your overhead expenses.
Mhm. That's why I preach about the
And
overhead. That's why
a lot of drivers, yeah, a lot of drivers want to run out here. I'm in my own lane. I'm not in the race with none of these drivers out here. Everybody got different trials and tribulations when they come to trucking. I'm building at my pace. I'm not trying to. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Right, when you start running that race with other people, that's when you're gonna lose every time.
Yes, I'm in my own lane. I'm building my fleet at my pace. I'm comfortable at. My strategy is, all right, I paid off my truck. Now I'm building my capital. Then I might go get a second truck. I'm not trying to go get 5 trucks at one time. That's not where I'm at with it. If someone want to do that, power to them, to each his own. But in between all that, you gotta educate yourself out here. You gotta educate yourself. You gotta have other sources of income.
That's the thing. A lot of folks that's out here in this industry are just going off the strength of what somebody else has said instead of going and doing the research themselves.
Right.
Well, they see people growing. They see
right?
them
I
doing
don't I
big
don't post
things.
money.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't post
But
the money.
So
I don't post what I
you know,
make.
let, let me
I
tell you
don't
this,
hold on,
Shay.
brother. Hold on. I don't post money. You know why? Because I feel that's a setup for other drop. You know, that set people up. You saw, oh, I made 2,000, I made 2,500. Then people's gonna run out here, think that's just what it is. That's why I do videos on what my repairs are. Now I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna spend and what can happen to your truck out here. Because
Right.
then if you just talk about you made this, it sets someone else up for failure. Why? Because they're gonna always think, oh, I go drive this and go lease purchase, or I go get a truck. I'm gonna make this, and when it don't work out, they come back like, oh, I was listening to you. You told me I can make this and I can make that. Nope, you ain't doing that to me, you ain't.
but
I
see, this is
mean,
the thing that when I like showing paychecks. I know I have before, but why not? If you're showing a real potential of the max income that you can see out here,
but the thing
that's
about it,
Well,
inspiration.
is that the
That's
max though?
inspiration.
Is that the max though? And why do you have to do that though? You know what I'm saying?
first of all, I'm from New York City, so we don't play that show on money because I'm from New York City. We'll rob you.
Yeah. And like I said, Shay,
People will
I will
rob
tell
you.
you this. I'll tell you this. I keep that thing on the truck. Run up on me if you want to.
Oh no.
Run up on me if you want to.
Exactly.
Oh no.
You don't
But
put
you
that
know,
up
that's the
because you
thing
don't
though,
know
Shay.
who's hating on you. Like
I think San's part. What's going on with San his thing on it. Hold on.
I think he's losing signal there.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
There you
you know,
go.
can't
I
hear
There
me.
you
told I told Sinister in one of his lives that he did. He was in the shop getting something done on his truck, and we were
go.
talking. I think it was a starter or alternator or something. And I told him, I was like, "Look, man, instead of paying them high dollar ass prices for their starters and their alternators, keep that alternator they take off, go get it rebuilt, keep it on the truck. So when you have to go back in the shop for that again, you already got a
Mhm.
Put it
brand
in
new
the side
rebuilt
box.
alternator in the
Mm-hmm.
side box. You know, but
Yep. Put it
Well,
in the side
I
so
box.
say
Put it right in
this.
the side box. Yep.
I've been in the shop so much. I can catch on to certain things now. Y'all listen, your girl broke down so much, honey. It's not too many
yeah,
different
but
things you
see,
can tell me that ain't been fixed.
this is
You
the
feel me?
thing. This is the thing though, Shay. Them cats that I ain't saying no names that everybody's out there watching to try to learn the game. They ain't talking about the maintenance side of it. You don't hear them talking about
And
the maintenance
that's
side
Oh
what
of
no,
it.
I do on
All
my
you hear them is
they
channel.
not
talking
I
talking
about
a lot.
show
It's
my
talking
bill.
about
them
the
I
other.
show
money
what
that
I
they
paid.
got.
Exactly, I know that, but I'm talking about them other cats that everybody else is watching, trying to get the game from. You know, they only talking about, you know, this load's paying this
Yep.
much. I'm doing this. I got all this money. You know, I got these
Right.
trucks. They ain't
Right.
talking about the
Right.
maintenance side of it.
Right. Yeah. That's what I do on my channel. I show what I spent on repairs, being in the hotel. All right, being mad with your truck in the shop ain't gonna get the truck fixed no faster. So being upset about the truck being in the shop, you're gonna stress yourself out. It happens.
Right?
It's machinery. It's man-made machinery. We run these trucks 11 hours out the day. We idling these trucks. We pulling 80,000-pound loads. We running over potholes. We going up and down hills. We shifting gears. We pressing brakes. That's what these are built for. They going to break down, new or old. Sooner or later, they're gonna go in the shop.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. I mean, take for instance like me. I can tell you right now, any if you go to these dealerships, you better have anywhere from 25 to 50 grand to get something done as far as a rebuilt motor. I
They
did
told me
mine for,
they told me
huh?
18K for this truck. It's 18K for this truck.
Yeah, well, they ain't told you everything then. I'll put it to you like that. They ain't told you everything.
Yeah, 20 to 25,000. Yep, for a rebuild.
Man,
And it depends on which place you go to because
Laredo.
everybody's labor rate is different.
Laredo told me 18. And then Reno gave me the 18K. They were the lowest. They were the
Yeah.
lowest I found, baby.
But that's the thing. I mean, I did mine myself. Well, my cousins, they helped me. I think we all together we spent right at 20, and that's buying the motor, tearing it all the way down, and building it back up with all brand new parts in it.
Mm.
But you know, that's the thing about it. Like I said, nobody talks about the maintenance side of it. Everybody always talks, about
I'm
the other
making money.
side
I'm
of it.
making money. I'm
Yeah,
making money. Boy, see how I'm
yeah,
doing? I'm making money. I'm making money. I'm making money. But I just been adding it
And
all
that,
up. Like I want to see that too.
yeah, I don't do all that. I don't do all that. I don't do all that. It'll set someone up for failure because they'll be under the impression they could come out here and make it. Yes, you can make it, but what about when that truck go in the shop? You so gun ho on. Oh, I can make 2,500, but when the truck go in the shop, you ain't put no money up.
right,
You gotta
right,
put money up. I sit here every week. I put money up. I got investing. If I need to touch emergency money, I got emergency money. A lot of drivers is just running and running and running. They ain't putting nothing up.
My biggest motion now is the next step, and that's why I want to get online, chop it up today, because the next step is on authority and fleet ownership. That's the next step. You go out here, you get your knowledge, you get your experience, you learn as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? You obey the rules wherever you're at, right? And once you get to so many years into this thing, the next thing up is getting your own authority and also own other trucks. That's how it's supposed to be going. That's how you're taught, quote unquote. That's how it's supposed to go, right? And all I'm saying is I'm following their steps. That's all I'm saying. That's all
Right.
I'm saying with it.
Now, you got your path. You got to travel. You got your path. You got to travel. Like I travel in my path. My situation is not someone else's situation. Your situation is not my situation. And you gotta sit here and you can't depend on others to give you the knowledge. You gotta go seek the knowledge. You gotta want to go find it. You're gonna
That's why I do what
having
I
a
do. That's
business and wanting to be successful. It comes with these different levels. Yeah,
that's why I do what I do. That's why I network. That's why I reach out
yeah.
to many people as I can, because you never can learn enough in this industry. This industry is always changing. You understand what I'm saying? But when I'm looking at adding another truck, I'm looking at all the pluses and all the damn negatives. I'm looking at all the negatives in having another driver. You have somebody else's livelihood in your hands. I think that's the biggest part that people are not really fully understanding before they cop a second truck is you having somebody else's income that you are responsible for. You have somebody that partially relies on you to take care of their family and their needs. That's the biggest thing.
That's
A
why
lot of
you
people just
like
jumping
I
out
was
here and getting these second and third trucks and not really, really lining up the real responsibilities that you're stepping into. It's not just being responsible for just for the truck. You're not just being just
you know
responsible for the
what?
truck when you
Right,
add on another truck and another driver. It goes a little bit
yeah,
further than that, you know?
like
OG, you can still hear us, baby?
I was telling you, Shay, like I was telling you, pay that truck off and and ride in it a few months and just enjoy the fact that it's paid off and stack that money, that capital, because at least you give yourself some breathing room going forward.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to OG, y'all. I think he walked around outside and lost signal. But yeah, that's all. I just want to chop it up here with y'all. That's
Yeah,
that's that's really what my plans are for later on this year. I'm so close and I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. Sometimes I think about everything I went through and the struggles to get to this point. The tears, the 5 months straight. I am not going home. You know what I'm saying? I think about all that. When I call AEL leasing, they say, you're a real runner. We have so many guys and cats that takes off all the time, and you're a real runner, and that's something different to see being a woman. We got so many male drivers that takes off in our trucks for so long, they get so caught up and get so far behind. You know what I'm saying? And that's something when a leasing representative acknowledges about you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
just
How
keep learning.
dedicated you've been.
Just keep learning. I'm learning every day. The day you stop learning and trucking is the day you turn them keys in. The day you stop learning, the day you start getting comfortable out here, turn them keys in, because you could be dead by the end of that day. Keep learning. Every day is a learning experience out here.
Uh-uh. Okay. Now, okay. You just hit the one of the
Let me
links.
go get my fuel. Let me go get my fuel. But I just wanted to tap in and clear that up. But keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Everybody got their own way of their own method of madness. You
Yeah,
just
so
gotta
you
find
with OG.
yours.
You're with OG. You're saying no to me adding a second truck this year. You're saying no too.
I just say build your capital up.
Mm-hmm.
Because you think about how your truck went in the shop, right? How your truck
Mm-hmm.
went in the shop. Now you got 2 trucks that can go in the shop. You got to put a driver in the hotel while the truck get fixed or fly them home. So, but at the end of the day, like I told you, if you're willing to take that risk, hey, you got to go for it. But you got to be the one that be dealing with it. We don't drive your trucks, and your plan is your plan. You're going to work your plan. I'm going to work my plan, because people will try to rush you into making moves. Like when people be like, yo, Sin, go do this. Like, no, I'm going to move at my pace.
Mm-hmm.
So I got financial breathing room. I don't have to go. I can go make moves right now, but for what? I'm building my capital. Give myself a breathing room.
I see you,
Yeah, it might
Nadia.
take longer than
I see you,
people who will
Nadia.
come out here and go get 2, 3 trucks. So, but
I see you, Nadia. I just don't. A lot of the negativity I've been seeing about it lately has been the bananas. A lot of negativity. A lot of it. Like really, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all about just doing what you want to do to people, equipment. The whole objective when you get out and you sign on a dotted line is making money. We lost that objective, especially for
well,
our
you know what?
minority
You know what?
owners.
You know what? Stop
What?
telling everybody what the hell you gonna do. That's it. Stop telling everybody what the hell you're gonna do, because no one can say shit if you don't tell them.
Hey, Sin, you trying to tell her move in silence, huh?
What you say,
So,
Deacon?
I said, Sinister is trying to tell you to move in silence. But just like what I said in the beginning, Shake, when I first said
that's
it,
it.
ain't no one's trying to tell you to not grow, but you have to do it the right way. Like if for us, like
Right.
I said it, OG said it, Sin is saying it. You know what I'm saying? Don't set yourself up to fail. Like I just told you, Shape. I bought my 8th truck in December. You know what I'm saying? And I already had to get it overhauled. That's a $20,000 repair. You know what
I
I'm
gotta
saying? You
get some
buy a
fuel. I'm
truck,
gonna
you
jump
don't.
out.
Yeah, and these warranties, even though you get a warranty, it ain't gonna cover everything because it's deductibles with it. So you gotta look into all of that, man. What Sinister is saying is like the best advice anyone could give you. You have to get your money up, whether like I told you, have 25,000 in cash or credit, either one. You have to do that before you make any more purchases. Like you said, if one truck go down, now you got to worry about 2. You see what I'm saying, Shake?
But see,
And
this is how I look at it. If I already have one paid off, me financing or leasing a second truck, it may not be that big of a hazard. I may be in a good setup.
Shape, I'm telling you from experience, like me, OG and Sin just told you, we all can't be wrong. I've been there. I'm telling you from experience. You
Mhm.
have one truck go down. Your truck is at 700,000 miles. Have you had an overhaul on that yet?
No.
All right. Well, it's coming. You know what I'm saying? Not to knock it. It's coming. And if your truck needs an overhaul, and you buy another truck, and let's say the clutch goes out on that other truck, now you got 2 trucks down. You honestly, Shape, you got to think smart about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we all can't be wrong, Shape.
You know
But
what? I agree with I'm back in. I agree with Sinister, man.
exactly.
Shape, you gotta number one, you gotta stop. I'm just gonna be bold with you. I'm just gonna be bold with you. Stop running your mouth. Stop running your mouth on what you're doing. Stop telling people what you're about to do. Stop telling people what you're gonna do. Go ahead and do it, and they'll see it. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. You don't need to come out every time, you don't need to come out or nothing like that. Just like Sinister said, move in silence.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. You
I
know,
What's
that
up,
that's how
Stevie?
that
Doing
that's
something? How you doing, baby?
that's how
I,
that's how these big cat run around. They move in silence. You don't hear veterans coming on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that and say, "Hey, yo, this is what I'm doing." Yada 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 yada. No, you don't. No, they don't. They
I
don't do that.
I will say this, Shape, though, because you said it a minute ago.
Hmm.
Don't be afraid about what you hear about what everybody else is doing, because you ain't them and they ain't you.
Hmm.
Your situation, it will be totally different from theirs. You
Yep.
can't be afraid of what you
Experience.
hear.
But
I mean,
only thing I'm saying is now, yeah, she can move in silence, but if she's
Say what, Deacon? They
if
cut you
she's
off. He said
asking, I'm sorry, we say Shape.
No,
they
you was
cut you
saying
off.
something. You got cut off.
Yeah, my phone was ringing, man. I tell you, since I get on here, everybody in their mind want to call. But what I was saying, if she's coming up here asking for advice, and
Basically.
people are giving her the best advice
Hmm.
she could get to succeed, then you have to listen. But just like when Sin said, you gotta walk your own path. So you got to do what you want to do. I'm just saying, from my experience, I've been where you are, Sheik. And like I said, I had a truck, went and got another one, and you thinking that since one truck could be paid off, you're gonna be good. You can't look at it like that. You got to look
Well,
at
I
that
can't.
rainy day, and no one knows when that rainy day is coming, Sheik. That's how you got to look at it. But with that being said, I'm just gonna fall back. I wish you well. You know,
yeah. So that was my biggest thing for the longest. Is I always worried about what other people thought or what other people said, this, that, and the third, and I saw that it never got me nowhere. But then when I quit giving a crap about what everybody thought, what everybody said, what everybody else is doing, I'm telling you, I took off, hit the ground running, was gone in the wind, in the wind. But I don't know. It's this game is trial by error. That's all it is. Trial by error.
But I gotta try though. I gotta try. I
Yeah,
can't just see
but you
what if
gotta
this
you
and
gotta
what if
get
that.
that.
You gotta get out there
You gotta
and
get
try.
that. You gotta get that. You gotta get that. What we were talking about earlier. You gotta get that financial comfortableness before you get out there and do that. There's a lot of stuff I got swirling in my mind that I want to do, but if I ain't got the means to back me up, then it's right now it's just a thought. Until I got that backing behind me that's gonna put it in place. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you know just as well as I do, and everybody else in the chat will tell you, money moves everything.
So they'll do.
Money moves everything, and if you ain't got it, then you ain't moving. I'm just saying, if you ain't
Money, I
got it,
don't
you
think
ain't
some
moving.
people understand, baby. Money, I don't think some people understand.
Well, the thing about it is, a lot of folks they live beyond their means too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
They live beyond their means, so they don't know. They don't really know the true value of money because they never been taught that. You know what I'm saying? They get a $5,000-6,000 paycheck. They want to go to the mall and buy Jordans and Gucci and Louis and blah blah blah, and go get
Mhm.
this Mercedes Benz off the lot. And damn all that.
Mhm.
We
This
truck
one thing.
drivers. What do we need that for?
This one thing I'm gonna do and I'm gonna go on and thank everybody that came in. Thank OG. I'm gonna go in a lot because I gotta get going. This one thing you have to understand when you step into the industry. You got to really learn the value of trucking. That's one thing I've been slowly teaching myself the real value in trucking and real seeing your value in yourself in this industry. And you know, it's a little challenging, my ladies. If you're a female, it's a little bit more challenging for the men. You know, so that's just all a part of it. But you got to stay tough and stay strong. You understand what I'm saying? You can't let that knock you off. You understand? So you have to really understand that. Once you start learning and fully understand that, you will get a better understanding of this whole business. You
Well,
feel
I
me?
will tell you this, Shape. I will tell you this. At the end of the day, once you get that mindset complete and you get that financial comfortableness, ain't nothing but green pastures and blue skies, baby. Green pastures and blue skies. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Okay, man. Mandisa has something to say. Mandisa, exactly why my husband did not want to waste time telling our journey on here. Our journey was much different than others. There are more naysayers, the ones who will help and wish you well.
Yep. And
Yeah,
that's
I think.
another reason why I'm not on YouTube as much as I used to be. I don't put videos out like I used to because, you know, I mean, to me, I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I find peace when I come online. I chat up with y'all, and then y'all a lot of times after every video, I hit me up in the DM to give your thoughts. Whatever it is that I'm doing. And to me, I
Hmm.
learn from this. This to me is when I do the lives online, it's a learning process, it's a learning curve for me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And like this whole industry is always something new to learn. It's always a
Right.
different perspective. It's always somebody different experience. It's always something that they've experienced with this company in this lane and in this state in this city. It's always something that you can take. You understand? So to me, it's never about it just putting it online. It's a growth process for me. You feel me? I
Right.
mean, I guess you
Well,
can feel look at it the way you want to say it. You know what I'm
and
saying? I
and
feel
that's
that these
why I was
things are
saying earlier. That's why I was saying earlier. I mean, I don't have to put videos out to put knowledge out, but I can come on your live and I don't have a problem with sharing it with you. You know what I'm saying?
of course not, of course not. You're more than welcome to always up on the live and get on the chat, y'all. I love y'all much. I gotta get going. Thank you, OG, Lockout Man, Deacon the World, Sinister the Trucker. You gonna follow all these cats. They're online. And you know they have a lot of things to show you on their channels, a lot that you can learn from their channels. So thank you so much for all of you that jumped on the live today. I appreciate it. The girls right now in Houston, but I'm about to go take myself right back down to Laredo.
Houston.
That's all
Hey,
they do me here.
I'm on the way, baby. I'm finna pick this load up. I'm going to San Antonio.
Man, I'm about to be in Laredo probably later on tonight, honey. So yeah,
Yeah.
but y'all stay safe out there. I love y'all much. Hit the like button, subscribe, and it's your girl Shay.
All right, take care, Shape.